Hello again, Algebra 2 students. We're back in our complex number syllabus. We are on lesson 5a in tier 2. Let's check that off of our booklet. Here we are, multiplying complex numbers, 5a tier 2. Finding the product, so when you multiply, that's what you do, you find products, of two complex numbers requires the use of the distributive property. And just as a reminder, I squared is equal to negative 1. Let's come down here and find the products of these complex numbers. So here I'm just going to use my Punnett square. I'm going to put 3i here. I'm going to put negative 5 and then positive 2i. I always like to write the sign with the second term just because it helps me remember what the sign should be inside the Punnett square. So I got 3i times negative 5. That's going to give me negative 15i. And then I have 3i times 2i, which is going to give me 6i squared. Well, I do have to do a little simplification with this one right here because 6 times I squared is the same as 6 times negative 1, which is negative 6. So my product of this first one is negative 6, because the real number always goes first, minus 15i. And I get that from this negative 6, which came out of this box once simplified, and this 15i. Moving on to our second one, again, we're going to use the distributive property, but we're going to use the Punnett square. So I'm going to put 4 and then positive 3i here. And I'm going to put negative 1 and positive 2i here. I first get 4 times negative 1, which is negative 4. Negative 1 times 3i, which is negative 3i. And then I'm going to get 2i times 4, which is 8i. And then I'm going to get positive 2i times positive 3i, which is 6i squared. So now I do have some simplification to do. I need to simplify this, and then I also need to combine my like terms, which are here. I get negative 4 from here. I have 8i combining with negative 3i, so I get plus 5i. That takes care of these two. And again, I know 6i squared is the same as over here, so I know that this is going to come out and be negative 6. Which is going to be here. And now I can combine these like terms here and here, and I get negative 10 plus 5i. So this complex number is the product of these two complex numbers. So if we simplify this, we get the negative 4 minus 6, which gives us negative 10 plus 5i. And that number is the product of these two complex numbers.